Okay, I just want to say that it is of my opinion that cops are easily tempted to sell drugs out of their evidence rooms. I've heard so many stories in the South of that happening now. One of the most alarming was when I was arrested in Bethany, Missouri, the north part of Missouri, pretty much right on the border, where the old sheriff committed suicide because he was like being investigated over selling like steroids to, I don't know, whatever. He was caught selling steroids. And where else would he have gotten them besides the evidence locker, besides the evidence room? Because that seems to be a common theme going on. It's not like they're doing direct trades with the dealers themselves. Why? That's an extra step or two that the cops have to take. Instead of just simply seizing them or having other cops seize them. You know, you got the city marshals telling me in Natchitoches that they just simply hand over the evidence to the evidence room, the city police's evidence room, like, you know, full trust there. Even after the controversy, they're still talking like it's no big deal, and it's happening all over the place. These dirty cops on different levels, not just street patrol, but the jailers too. I heard that a Paducah jailer was caught selling drugs to inmates somehow. It's even gotten that bad. And I believe I actually dealt with that jailer too in Paducah, because they acted very secretive about me looking at paperwork. They didn't even want me reading the paperwork during intake. After I asked, they just said, just sign it. And they wouldn't let me read anything before I signed it. And these are the same people getting caught for selling drugs. It's happening in North Missouri, Paducah, Kentucky, Natchitoches, Louisiana, getting caught selling whatever. They want to say steroids. Oh, it's just steroids. Let's play it down. But let's play up Travis's failure to ID. Let's play down selling steroids, selling drugs pretty much, caught with steroids, but likely selling other things. Anything they can get out of that evidence room, and play up Travis's failure to ID charge. Okay, it's just amazing what's going on up and down the South. Cops pulling people over in Arkansas over for speeding on these drug routes, for pulling people over for minor things in an effort to catch the drug traffickers. And when the drugs get into the right hands, because they want to, you can only assume that the cops are the right hands, getting them out of the wrong hands and getting them into the right hands, gonna solve the problem. But it's not. The cops are getting into the job, going through the training of 6 months to learn how to acquire this extra lucrative business opportunities, and getting very comfortable with it, but you know, and getting arrested. But I mean, unlike a drug dealer, these cops are going to get and have gotten better deals. Although, you know, that one sheriff did commit suicide in like Bethany, or outside Bethany, Missouri, whatever county that is. You know, he may have had other problems going on besides that. But I find it interesting when I was carrying 45-pound plates with me in a bar, and I had it outside my car, lifting it a little bit, I wasn't too far from Bethany, and the cops saw me with the weights. And a few hours later, an investigator shows up because he was like associating my weights with that drug business going on in the area. It's still going on. They're investigating it, and they think that, you know, me just having a passion for exercise is associated with it in some way. Bigger looking guy. I can no longer carry those weights though. I dumped those off years ago. I just have to stick with body weight stuff. But they want to say, oh, it's not that bad. It's just steroids. They're only selling steroids out of the evidence rooms. But that's what they're getting caught with. And it makes me wonder, could people be setting the cops up to fail like this? I mean, that's kind of funny in a way. The cops aren't exactly catching people. In my opinion, the cops aren't exactly catching people with the illegal stuff, with the contraband. I think sometimes they just see it on the side of the road or something. They'll find it on the side of the road. Where else do they put it? The evidence room. Okay, so you could have people out there just dumping drugs in places. And I have to admit, I think I saw like cocaine in Las Vegas in this old wine bottle. Somebody just threw it, and I saw it on the sidewalk, smashed on the sidewalk. This white powder that was with a smashed bottle. I think somebody just threw it out. I never tested it or anything. I just took a picture of it and continued on my way. But I mean, and I see weird things laying around the areas sometimes, and it's like not all these things are claimed. Not all these items found that are illegal substances or whatever are attached to a person. They just end up in the locker room, and that might encourage cops to want to try selling more, because if they can't find somebody to charge it with, it's just kind of something sitting in the evidence room, and it's up for grabs in a lot of ways. So if it's not something that's attached to a case, it's just something that was found, like a evidence room is a lost and found. It's not going to be missed. The prosecutor's not going to miss it. Nobody's going to miss it. So it makes it easier to grab, or take even just little pieces of. Nobody will miss a little bit of it gone, and then move on with push it in some way. I mean, that's what Officer McFerrin is allegedly have done. And now I've been told that his dad worked here, and I wonder if he got the confidence from his dad to do this. Would anybody else have taken the risk that this McFerrin had done without the dad working here as well? Somebody from another city coming in, getting to know the city for the first time. Would they have taken that kind of risk like the son of a policeman has taken? That just, that's what do they call it when family members hire each other? There's a word for that. I don't know why I always forget that. But it's not just isolated instances. This is like the real problem.